Chicago residents' outrage over the city's sanctuary policies erupted at a city council meeting yesterday. They gave Mayor Brandon Johnson and Chicago Democrats an earful for prioritizing illegal immigrants over struggling Americans and rooted for, listen to this, President-elect Trump.
So, Brandon, you and all these Democratic mayors out here and governors, y'all talking about crashing out for these illegals, right?
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the DeMarkco effect, where you get the full effect of me. So, if y'all are not hip to what's going on in Chicago, they had a meeting with Brandon Johnson and some of the local people for other parties. This lady, I don't know her name, but I seen her on Anton Daniels' platform speaking about some of the problems on how she went from being Democrat to Republican. Now she's talking to Brandon Johnson. And a little history about Brandon Johnson. Brandon Johnson, if y'all don't know, if y'all don't pay attention to politics, Brandon Johnson is he's a third grade teacher. But he's also somewhat involved with gang members. He is. He really fully supports people that do bad, and he believes that it's their environment, it's the reason why they are. Like, he want to protect them instead of being a mayor. He just wants to be involved. He just wants to be known as a mayor. Okay, which is truly a problem, because you're not coming in to fix a problem. You're coming in just to be a part of it, just to participate in it. Okay, anybody that comes into something with no purpose serves no purpose. Okay, and they wouldn't care about what's going on. For example, she's about to talk about the migrants. He's prioritizing migrants, making sure illegal, not legal, illegal migrants, make sure that they have a home over these people in Chicago that's clearly they need the help. So if you can help them, why you don't help your people in Chicago? But let's listen to her talk. Just going to rewind it just a little bit.
So, Brandon, you and all these Democratic mayors out here and governors, y'all talking about crashing out for these illegals, right? You all stood up there and said you will not allow Trump to come in here and get these illegals. Yeah, you can smile. We're in $1 billion deficit. And you spent half of our money, half of that on illegals. Trump, Tom Homan, make an example out this right here first. Please come here first, because you know what? We're going to help you. We want to forensic.
Ma'am, I would ask that you keep your, hold on a second, stop her time.
Our mayor is embarrassing us, y'all, around the world. And you all took the power back from him to say the city of Chicago is out of the business of funding illegals. We are out of the business of prioritizing non-American citizens on top of the American citizens who go out in this cold weather every day to make money to pay their taxes.
You so strong about protecting those aliens, but you won't do nothing for the U.S. citizens.
Here you are with another gritty property tax hike, trying to push the have-nots to house your precious illegal immigrants. You told Trump you ain't gonna blink? Well, we ain't either. You ain't above the law, and where you gonna run to when Trump pulls that Trump card out on you? I will make it my duty to try to get my gun to perform an Operation Great Lord 2.0 in Chicago and lock all of you crooked Democrats and judges up. And it's just like that.
Shalom, everyone. My name.
This is insane. You know what the sad part is about this whole thing? It goes back to what I said. If you have no purpose, just like Brandon Johnson, he has no purpose. Like, what is he doing here? There's no leadership there. And then he goes back on his word. You know, he goes to tell people, well, I'm not going to raise taxes, but he goes back on his word. He's doing the opposite of exactly what he's saying he was going to do. Okay. Then he wants to give illegal migrants $100 million, and then he want to have us, okay, he want the Chicago people to make up for the deficit of the budget. So he want to tax you guys more money because he made a decision. And as y'all can see, he stuck with his decision, and they could have not said it more better. The lady said he's embarrassing us, which is truly, he is embarrassing. He's embarrassing us. And we're not talking about black people. We're talking about the city of Chicago. Okay, the city of Chicago is embarrassed by this. You know, and I mean, we can go a step further. We can talk about Tiffany Hanyard. How you gonna be in that position and be evicted and be running from the person when you make so much money? Okay, this is the real problem with people that we have. We're just gonna watch a couple of more minutes of it, let them get their thoughts off, and just hear about what they gotta say.
This is the election in a nutshell. I mean, if you could sum it up, you have progressive radicals who say, let's fund illegal immigrants over American citizens like Brandon Johnson. And then you have Trump increasing his numbers double digits among all kinds of demographics. People in MAGA hats saying, we're rejecting this, Brian.
Governor Pritzker, too, said, you come from my people. You got to go through me first. Mayor Brandon, whatever his name is, Johnson comes out. How do I forget the name Johnson?
That's okay.
It's pretty low. But he comes out and says, we have repaired the relationships with our police force. The last thing we're going to do is reopen those scabs and allow that. What are you talking about? When ICE shows up with a detainer and says he wants that prisoner, you should say, please take the gangster off my hands and his neck tattoo and put him back in Venezuela. This is, I didn't see any of that. I am so encouraged to hear that, because what is in the best interest of the people instead of your backwards party? The people are saying, you're taking my services, you're overriding my classrooms, you're taking my money, you're ruining my airports, you take it over my subways, you take it over my streets. Please tell me, stop helping me. You're not doing anything for me. And this is the minority community who, with President increased in all those areas. I just hope he uses this time to go back to President Trump, with his staff that he's building up, to go back to Chicago, back to New York, back to Philadelphia. Says, now that I got some of your votes, I want to find out how else I can help. I saw you on Outnumbered. I want to help you out. How do I do that? How do you convince your politicians to give me the power to let Tom Homan do his job?
Yeah, well, he's done.
And he couldn't have not said it any more perfect than that. Okay? If you ask me what I agree to, it's the same thing. Do y'all know that there's some kids that haven't gotten to the schools because it was some of the migrant kids gotten to the school? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know some of the migrants with these programs that there's programs where they can pay for people's eat? Do y'all know that the migrants don't have to show a social security card? Oh my goodness. So the problem here is, yeah, give them our resources out of our taxpaying dollars. Give it to them. Take care of them. Leave us in the back burner. And we're going to protect these people. We're going to protect these people. They're handpicking these people, sending them over on planes. Do you want to go to Philadelphia? You want to go to New York? Or you want to go to Chicago? You know, and that's where you have these Venezuelan gangs. Okay, but like I said, they couldn't have said it no more perfect than it has already been said. He's an embarrassment. Brandon Johnson, you are an embarrassment. For those that agree with me and those that disagree with me, I appreciate you all. Okay, I appreciate you all for watching. Stay tuned. Leave a like. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. You don't have to go to the bank. Okay. Other than that, you guys have a good one.